Some of you need to be patterned up, and I'm going to be the person to do it. Okay. So I had someone asking me for free advice a few days ago, and she was like, "Oh, I went to this guy's house and he was treating me very bad in front of his family." So I was like, "How long have you guys been talking for, by the way?" And she said, "A week." She said, "A week." Why are you at a guy's house meeting his family when you've been talking for a week? Everywhere around me, I am simply seeing one fatal error everywhere, and it's people rushing the process of seduction. Seduction is not a process you rush. Nothing about seduction is fast. Nothing about it. I'm talking from the process of getting someone to fall in love with you to the process of getting them in your bed. None of that is done fast, right? Everything is done slowly. It's a process, it's gradual. And the pure reason for that is the longer you make someone speak to you for, or the longer that you kind of let things pan out, right, the more that person is going to be attached to you. Brother, if you are meeting someone's family after a week, if he goes and dumps your ass, yeah, he's going to have someone else at his house in a week. Imagine that. Imagine that, right? He dumps your ass, and within a week, he's got someone else at meeting his family. You need to think to yourself, if someone is able and willing to go this fast with me, they could probably do this with someone else. And they probably would do it with someone else. People are not in love with you. They are in love with the emotions you give them. They're in love with the way that you make them feel, right? So the rushed process they are having with you is not exclusively something that you are able to procure or obtain. You have no evidence to suggest that. You don't know if they would be doing that with someone else. And therefore, it's better to assume that they would, okay? Because you're not in this wishful thinking state. So I'm also going to give it to you from a guy's perspective, because 87.5% of my viewers are girls. If you are rushing things with me and you're giving me everything that I would normally have to work for on a plate, it's very hard for me to see you as girlfriend material. I'm just being real with you, right? You need to long things out, okay? If I invite you round to meet my family after a week, you best be saying no. Okay, I don't care who is inviting you round to their house to meet their family after a week. You say no. You make up an excuse. Oh, I need to cut the garden with my granddad. Oh, I need to make tea with my grandma. Just come up with something, because I do not want to see you go into people's house, meeting their family after a week. And that is one of many examples. Okay. You don't need to be patterned up, because some of you are making silly errors that make people undermine you and not give you the value you deserve. Okay, people should be thinking, "Wow, this is like a process. Like to get in with this person, I've had to cut through things. I've had to dodge things. It needs to be a process," and that's what I keep saying. Okay, if I've been chefing up a meal for 2 weeks, no, that's a bad example. Okay. If I've been working for a car for 2 years, okay, I'm gonna be so much happier driving that car versus if I just got given a car for a day. Yeah, it could be the same car, but theoretically the value that I'm gonna have to the first car is gonna be much higher value than the car that I just got given to me, because I have worked for it. So make people work for you. It's that simple. Make people work for you. I don't care if they're at your league. I don't care how good looking you find them. I don't care if you think you're never going to meet someone like that again. You make the process of them getting you as long as possible. But there is a limit to it. If you can see the person is withdrawing at the fact that you are making the process slightly more longed out, you give them validation. You do something that indicates that they have elevated to the next step, that things are escalating, right? Be that sexual, be that just the process of attraction, introducing them to your family, stuff like that. Okay, so just remember, okay, short, sweet video. Stop rushing the process of seduction. Nothing about seduction is fast. Nothing about seduction is fast, okay? I'm talking, that's inclusive the escalation steps in the formal process of a relationship, as well as the dynamics face to face. You do not speak fast to someone you're trying to seduce. You do not move fast in front of someone you're trying to seduce. Nothing is fast. Okay, slow down. people will respect you more, they will value you more, they would have worked harder for you, and you're building more of a healthy bond. Because the difference between let's say, let me put you girls in a position, right? The difference between a celebrity that you've always wanted to get with and your boyfriend, you would, like, if you had to pick who to be in a relationship with and you actually love your boyfriend and you've been with him for a long time, you would pick your boyfriend over this celebrity in terms of, like, hanging out. Well, at least I hope you would, darling. But I hope you would. But the reason for that is you have comfort with your boyfriend. You have years of bonding with your boyfriend. When you've had a long time to have experiences with someone, ups and downs, and you've invested time into them, emotion into them, their value goes up. So even though the celebrity is probably richer than your boyfriend, better looking than your boyfriend, more intelligent than your boyfriend, has your boyfriend on all fronts, you'd still go for your boyfriend because you have that emotional background, right? You have that history of emotions, be it up or down. So what I'm trying to say is, it's the same process reversed. You need to make people have a history of emotions with you, right? The ups, the downs, investing, right? Because that's going to make them less likely to leave you. That's going to make them more likely to stay around. That's going to make them more likely to want more from you because they've invested a lot. It's actually not that complicated, okay, when you just start adding all the pieces up in your head. So slow things down and you will see a big difference. Thank you.